Row number 3 to the inside. That is the Mo Valley Missile, Jason Cole in car 27. And rounding out the field in the car 69, that is Jason Tetzlaff. Green next time by. The call over the receiver.
Sport mods, heat number 1. Helmets on, buckled in. Move your way to staging, please.
As the sun is starting to get low into the western sky over turns 3 and 4. The hobby stock action is just about ready to heat up. We're green with a wild thing, hobby stocks. And it's going to be Dustin Derringer off to the early advantage. Alex Stapleton in his second. That is going to move Michael Steyer back to third, but it's now Steyer under pressure from the 01B of Bruck. Steyer able to fight back. Bruck cannot get cleared of him, but Steyer cannot quite get clear of Bruck. Now Bruck going to power back on the outside of Steyer. They're still side by side. Alex Stapleton still sitting in second. Jason Cole now trying to dispense of Jason Tetzlaff, and indeed will dispense of him. Move up into that 5th place spot. Kevin Bruck now able to get by the 01 or the 87 of Steyer as your pole sitter falls back another spot. It is currently Derringer, Stapleton in second, Bruck in third. Battle is on for third, 4th, and 5th as Steyer has it. Cole wants it. Cole tried the high side, didn't work, cut to the low side. Give him the spot. Now Kevin Bruck to the inside of Alex Stapleton and will take over that 2nd place spot and now try to set his sights on the 3D of Dustin Derringer. We're going to be coming down to the halfway point, 4 down, 4 to go in this 8-lap hobby stock heat race. Derringer, Bruck, Stapleton, Cole, and Steyer, still your top 5. Now Alex Stapleton's going to try to capitalize as Bruck bobbles. Give Stapleton back 2nd place spot. That's also going to open the door for the Mo Valley Missile, Jason Cole. Cole trying to get to the inside of Bruck. Not quite, he's at his corner, but can't quite capitalize. Beautiful move by Stapleton. Veteran move by the rookie to notice that there was a bobble and capitalize. Now Stapleton bobbles. Bruck trying to get to the inside. Yes, he's going to. Once again. Now Bruck takes back 2nd. Jason Cole now trying to get to the inside of the 7 of Alex Stapleton right now. White flag is out, 1 lap to go. This is all happening behind Dustin Derringer, your leader. Bruck, Stapleton, and Cole, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th up for grabs. Coming out of turn 4, your Heat 1 winner is going to be all the 3D of Dustin Derringer. Kevin Bruck is indeed going to finish 2nd. Alex Stapleton 3rd. Jason Cole 4th. And Michael Steyer is going to round out the top 5. Rounding out the field, that is going to be the hottest man in the hobby stocks right now, the 2X of Chuck Madden Jr. Next time out, turn number 4, we will be green with our 2nd and final heat of hobbies.
Number 4, the RPMs will come up, the green will be out, we're going racing.
As they come through 3 and 4, RPMs are going to come up, Lane Pugh drops the green. We're back to racing with the hobby stocks. And it's going to be Riley Christensen with the early advantage. Little help from the 55 of Jason Fusselman. Now Fusselman trying to get to the inside. He's at his quarter, at his door, side by side. Give it to Fusselman. That's going to almost open the door for Boobolts. Unfortunately, that door closed in a quick hurry. Now here comes Chuck Madden Jr. on the outside. He's going to work his way up from 5th to 3rd right now. Right on the back bumper of the 79 RC Christensen. Madden going to try the high side. Door gets shut. Now going to try the low side. He's at his quarter. Door, side by side. Give Madden 2nd. Now can Madden chuck down the 55 of Fusselman. It's Fusselman, Madden, Christensen, Boobolts, and Fink, the top 5. 4 laps to go. Now Brian Boobolt's going to get by the 79 RC at Christensen. That's also going to open the door for Dahmer, Jeff Fink. as Fink and Christensen are side by side down the backstretch into turn number 3. And it is give it to Dahmer. Dahmer up to 4th. Halfway home, 3 down, 3 to go this time. Fusselman still leads, but he hears a loud knocking on the door as Chuck Madden Jr. has now worked his way up to that second place spot. Madden looking over the 55, seeing where he might be able to try and get by. He goes in on the high side, tries to drive it down the hill, coming on the low side of 4. Not shaking this time. 2 laps to go for Fusselman. That is the only battle on the track right now. Fusselman still has the lead. Madden wants that lead. These two have swapped positions in paint more times than I can count at the Crawford County Speedway and here at the Shelby County Speedway. Wide flags out. Fusselman just has 0.4 of a mile to hold off the charge of the 2X of Madden. Can he do it? Oh, Madden gets sideways. Gathers it back up, and he's going to lose 2nd and 3rd. Possibly 4th. That is going to give the win to the fuzzy one, Jason Fusselman, as he is going to win. 2nd is going to go to Brian Bubolz. 3rd to Jeff Fink. 4th to Chuck Madden Jr. and Riley Christensen rounds out that top 5. Heartbreaker for Chuck Madden Jr. as he was there. A little bit of a bobble, and he had to chase the car. That's all it took. Once again, 2 heat races tonight. Let's take a look at your lineup. On the pole, that's a 10 of Jack Hardy into his outside, the 35 of Cale Kaziski. Row number 2 is going to see the 4M of Doug Wilson to the inside with Micah Brown in the 24X to the outside. Row number 3 to the inside, the 21T of Tyler Haar and the 41 of Robbie Jorgensen. Row number 4 to the inside, the man who caught fire literally in his heat race, came back to go from 15th to the win last week. That is the real deal, Nick Deal in car 18, and David Jorgensen in the 1J rounding out the field. All right, green flag's out with the late models, and it is going to be Cale Kaziski off to the early advantage as he's going to bring the 24X, Micah Brown up into 2nd. But look who's already starting to carve his way through the field. Nick Deal going from 7th up to 4th. And now he's got, 5th, and now he's got a line on the 41 of Robbie Jorgensen. Cale Kaziski leads. Micah Brown now in 2nd, followed by Jack Hardy. The 41 of Robbie Jorgensen and Nick Deal rounding out the top 5. Best battle on the track right now. Nick Deal trying to get by the 41 of Jorgensen and the 10 of Hardy. Trying to go for a 2-for-1 special, not going to happen. He will get by Jorgensen. Now as he goes into 3 and 4, he's trying to work. Drives it in deep and will get 3rd. That's going to move Jorgensen and Hardy back to 4th and 5th. Now Nick Deal going to the whip, trying to catch up to 2nd place, Micah Brown. As Cale Kaziski has checked out, he has a huge advantage over Micah Brown, who is now hearing that knocking. Here comes Nick Deal. Nick Deal right on the back bumper of Brown. This is your battle for 2nd and 3rd right now, ladies and gentlemen. Brown to the inside. Deal once again drives it in deep. Has to check up to keep from hitting Brown. Brown will retain 2nd. 3 laps to go. Once again, Nick Deal drives it in deep. Car will not stay underneath of him enough to clear that 24X of Micah Brown. Through 3 and 4 once again, he's going to try a little bobble by Brown. That is going to put Deal right on his back bumper. Give Deal 2nd. Unfortunately, 2 laps to go. Barring a caution, he has a long way to go and probably not going to be able to catch the 35 of Cale Kaziski, as Kaziski has flat checked out. White flag is out, 1 lap to go. And indeed, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be Cale Kaczynski, your heat number 1 winner. Nick Deal in second, Micah Brown third, Robbie Jorgensen in fourth. And it appears the 10 of Jack Hardy will round out your top 5. Row number 3 is going to see the 1150 of Todd Bell. And to the outside, that is the Wild Child, Sterling Perkins in the 3. Your 4th and final row is going to see the 2180 of Alan Hopp and the 18G of Jared Getchman. Eight cars, 8 laps of distance after this. First heat race in your IMCA stock cars, Class 2AM Tough to Tame. First things first, we've got a little late model action we got to finish up with. Green is out. It's going to be Don Beckstrom off to the early advantage. Meanwhile, it is Saltzman and Tilley battling for second. Saltzman's going to take second. And, he about got to the outside of Beckstrom. Not happening. Now through 3 and 4 he is, though. Leading lap number 1, it's going to be Saltzman. That opens the door for Tilley trying to get to the outside of Don Beckstrom as well. Tilley's going to take over that second place spot. Sterling Perkins in 4th, now working on the back bumper of the 33 of Beckstrom. Meanwhile, the 1150 of Todd Bell is going to round out that top 5. Brandon Saltzman and Andrew Tilley pulling away from the field as they are going to battle it out for the lead themselves. Saltzman, Tilley, Beckstrom, Perkins, and Bell. Now Bell under pressure from the 2180 of Alan Hopp. As Hopp's going to try to go to the inside, not going to clear it. However, Todd Bell tries to get to the inside of Perkins. Nothing shaking bacon. Everybody gets right back into their original spots. We're going to be coming down to 3 laps to go this time by. For your leader, Brandon Saltzman, who is starting to gap the 56T of Andrew Tilley. And still a huge gap from Tilley back to 3rd place Beckstrom. Beckstrom in a pretty comfortable spot, and Island unto himself as he has a large gap in front of him and a large gap behind him back to Sterling Perkins. Meanwhile, here comes Hopp. Alan Hopp now going to take over that 4th place spot. Sorry, 5th place spot from Todd Bell. Last time through 3 and 4. They'll see the white flag this time by. Saltzman with a convincing advantage. As he goes through 1 and 2, no problem down the back stretch. He's got this. Slinging it into 3 and 4. Ladies and gentlemen, heat race number 2 winner. That's going to be the 98 of Brandon Saltzman. 56T of Andrew Tilley in second. Don Beckstrom, your pole sitter, is going to hang on for 3rd. The Wild Child, Sterling Perkins in 4th, and Alan Hopp is going to round out your top 5. As they come out turn 4 for their parade lap here at the Shelby County Speedway, we ask all of you at home to give these drivers a wave as well. Row number 2 to the outside, the 79 RC of Riley Christensen. And to the inside, the 3D of Dustin Derringer. And your front row to the outside is going to see the 29 of Brian Buboltz. And your pole sitter, the 87 of Michael Steyer. 11 cars, 12 laps the distance. We're about ready to set the wild thing loose.
Laps it is.
As they come through 3 and 4, Steyer and Bubolz are going to lead them down. Lane Pugh drops the green, and we're racing here at the Shelby County Speedway with the Hobby Stocks. It's going to be Michael Steyer with the early advantage. Bubolz trying to fight back on the outside. Here comes Fink from 6. He is now going to battle up to 2nd. And he is going to try to get by the 87 of Steyer. They are mixing it up bad. Here comes the 01 of Kevin Bruck from 5th to 3rd. Alex Stapleton, every which way but straight, gathers it back up. But it is now Jeff Fink trying to get underneath the leader of Steyer. They're side by side coming out 2. Fink with a run. New leader Fink. Meanwhile, Bubolz gets loose, almost collects the 01B of Bruck. No harm, no foul. But now here comes Fusselman from 8th to 2nd. Fink, Bruck, Fusselman, and Madden, along with Jason Cole. These guys have had many battles around this speedway. That looks to be setting up like that kind of night again, as it is Fink leading, Fusselman 2nd, Bruck 3rd. Steyer now in danger of losing 4th because here comes Chuck Madden Jr. And right behind him, the Bow Valley Missile, Jason Cole. Fusselman on the back bumper of Fink through 2. Bruck in 3rd, but he feels a whole bunch of pressure from the 2X. And now you got Cole in 5th. We've got the top 5 top dogs in the hobby stock class here at the Shelby County Speedway, mixing it up for first and 2nd, and then 3rd, 4th, and 5th right behind him. Fusselman now to the inside of Fink. He's going to be side by side with them as they come out. Can he capitalize? He slides up. Little contact! Oh, man! That could have been disastrous, ladies and gentlemen. But all it ended up doing was dropping Fusselman back just a little bit. Wow. So Fink still leads. Fusselman now getting back up to the rear bumper of Fink as we are cross flags halfway home. 6 laps down, 6 laps to go. Now look at this. Alex Stapleton putting himself up into 6th as he fell to the back. Now he is running his way up. Can he possibly get up and try to battle for a top 5 spot? That rookie, he is shaking things up. Right now, 5 laps to go. Kevin Bruck now trying to get to the inside of Fusselman. That's going to be your battle for 2nd and 3rd. Oh, Bruck can't quite do it. Fusselman shuts the door. Fusselman still into 2nd. Bruck falls back to the front bumper of the 2X of Madden. It is still Fink, Fusselman, Bruck, Madden, and Cole, your top 5. Now Jason Fusselman once again on the rear bumper of Fink. Had a little bit of a run, but the door got shut. Could not capitalize. Oh, little shot in the shorts from Madden to Bruck. Trying to pull a little bump and run. Cannot do it. Once again through 1 and 2. Fusselman tries it out. Doesn't happen. Two laps to go for the 01F of Jeff Fink. Can Dahmer hold off Fuzzy? Can Madden, Bruck, and Cole all get up there and battle it out as well? Bruck and Cole now going side by side. That's your battle for 4th and 5th. As Bruck had it, Jason Cole trying to take it. Cole can't quite get him cleared. Now going into 3, clears him. Give Cole 4th. Wide flag out one more time. 4/10 of a mile for Dahmer to take home a win. Can Jeff Fink pull it off? Cole and Bruck still battling it out for that 4th and 5th spot. But ladies and gentlemen, through 3 and 4, it's going to be all Dahmer. Jeff Fink's going to win. Jason Fusselman 2nd. Chuck Ben Jr. third, and at the line it is Kevin Bruck beating out the Mo Valley Missile, Jason Cole for fifth.
That part of it, great. KNOD Hobby Stock feature race.
Row number 4 to the outside. That is the Wild Child, the 3 of Sterling Perkins into the inside. That is the 41 of Robbie Jorgensen. Row number 3 to the outside. That's going to see the 24X of Micah Brown. And to the inside, the 56T of Andrew Tilley. Row number 2 outside, we'll see Brandon Saltzman. Had a great run in his heat race. We'll see what he does in the feature. And to the inside, another man who had a great heat race has the 35 of Cale Kaziski. Your front row to the outside, that's going to see the 33 of Don Beckstrom. And your pole sitter, that is the 10 of Jack Hardy. As they head down the backstretch, the next time they come out turn number 4, they are going to be green.
We will have the IMCA stock cars up following this event. End up tonight with A-Mods, the Pittsburgh track.
As they head into turn 3, once again, it is Hardy and Beckstrom on the pole. RPMs come up. Lane Pugh drops the flag, and we are racing. It is going to be Jack Hardy with the early advantage as he heads it down into turn number 1. Cale Kaziski now takes over second place from his third place starting spot. But he's got, looks like Brandon Saltzman. Saltzman trying to get to the outside of Kaziski for that second place spot. They are all over the place now. Jack Hardy going to lead lap number 1. Saltzman and Kaziski once again back up first, second, third. Ladies and gentlemen, from 9th up to 4th right now, that is the 18 of the real deal, Nick Deal. New leader Deal in only 2 laps. He went from 9th to 1st. Deal leads, Cale Kaziski second. The battle is on for 3rd, 4th, and 5th between Brown, Saltzman, and Hardy. And Nick Deal already starting to gap the field by a lot. Big gap back to the 35 of Cale Kaziski, and then another sizable gap back to Hardy in the 10. Deal, Kaziski, Saltzman, Brown, and Hardy, your top 5 right now. As a little bit further in the pack, Hardy, he'll get pushed out of the top 5 as we have Andrew Tilley now in the top 5. In 4th, Micah Brown still sitting in that 5th place spot. Nick Deal, not even halfway through the feature. He is already starting to get into lap traffic as he is going to put Jenna Johnson a lap down. Next up on the hit parade, his teammate. That is going to be the 18G of Jarrett Getchman. Both of them driving the All Makes Collision Centers. Thrifty Car Rentals cars. Gets by Getchman. Oh, and the Wild Child, Sterling Perkins. Something big time going wrong on the rear end of that car. He heads to the pull-up pit side. We are going to stay green. Nick Deal now putting Doug Wilson a lap down. Next up is going to be the 47 of A.J. Jorgensen. He slides it down to 3, gets by Jorgensen with no problem. Don Beckstrom, the next one that's fixing to go a lap down. So Nick Deal currently leads. The 35, Cale Kaziski in second. Brandon Saltzman currently sits third. with the 56T of Andrew Tilley in fourth. And now the 2180 of Alan Hopp has worked his way into fifth right now. He is sitting in that fifth spot. Meanwhile, Nick Deal now trying to get under the 1150 of Todd Bell to put him a lap down. And indeed, he's going to put down the 1150 and the 1J of Dave Jorgensen. As it looks like Getchman in the 11G is going to call no joy. He is going to be done for the night. Six laps to go right now for your leader. The 18 of the real deal, Nick Deal. Cale Kaziski in lap traffic right now as he is getting ready to put Doug Wilson a lap down. Then you got Brandon Saltzman trying to make up some ground, but not able. Oh, we got a battle going, ladies and gentlemen. Third place. We have Tilley right on the back bumper of Saltzman for a moment. That would have been your battle for third and fourth. Tilley had to backpedal just a little bit. Once again, it is Deal, Kaziski, Saltzman, Tilley, Brown, and Hopp, your top five. With 3 laps to go. Nick Deal now trying to put Tyler Harr in the 21T a lap down. Nick Deal's soon-to-be sisters-in-law have his daughter Harper and his son Henry in tow. They're already getting prepared to head across the track for victory lane photos as the white flag is out for Nick Deal, 4/10 of a mile, and he will be a perfect 3 for 3 on the 2020 season here at the Shelby County Speedway in your IMCA late models presented by Wings America. Through 3 and 4 one more time. The real deal does it again. 3 for 3 for Nick Deal. Second place now comes into view. Cale Kaziski will be second. Third will go to Brandon Saltzman. Fourth to Andrew Tilley. And the 24X of Micah Brown will round out the top 5. Once again, the real deal Nick Deal, a perfect 3 for 3 in 2020 competition here at the Shelby County Speedway.